Jesus is everywhere. Jesus is always in the present times. Jesus is always there and never leaves us. In order to fulfill this promise, he must sacrifice himself for us to be saved from all evil. He offered his life by dying on the cross, which implies one thing, that is his great love for us. He even shows us his love through his 7 last words. Father, forgive them. They don't know what they are doing. This is the first word of Jesus. This statement means one thing, forgiveness. Even if Jesus is the King of all kings, he humbly forgives us without any second thought. He forgives us even before we recognize that we are at fault. He even showed us that it's easy to forgive without any hesitations, just like what he did to do Peter. Forgiveness. This is the gist of the second word, which is, "This day you shall be with me in paradise." However, this statement was directed to the criminal, who cried out, "Jesus, remember me when you come into your kingdom." That line reflects us, the disciples of Jesus. Especially when we're in times of trouble, we just surrender ourselves and ask for forgiveness. We know that Jesus will always forgive us, regardless the gravity of our sins. But we must also make an effort to have metanoia, in order not to repeat the same mistakes, because in the end of the day, Jesus will welcome us, not because of who we are and what we have done, but because Jesus is simply merciful and forgiving. Even Jesus was dying. He never forgot and neglected his role being a son. Hence, he tasked John the Beloved to take care of Mary, by telling Mary, "Woman, this is your son," and to John, "This is your mother." This dramatic scene connotes that he was also a real human being who had been in the womb of his mother, and who needs to suffer for us, regardless of race, age, intelligence, and physical appearance. The fourth word, my God, why have you forsaken me?" was the expression of the cry of his heart. He asked the Father, and why did he abandon him, and why did he have to experience this pain? But because of his one great love for us, he must follow the will of God. No doubt that Jesus experienced extreme thirst after losing a great amount of blood and sweat. However, I thirst. The fifth word of Jesus connotes not only the physical thirst, but also the spiritual and emotional thirst, just like what he said. "Their insults have broken my heart, and I am in despair. If only one person would show some pity, if only one would turn and comfort me. But instead, they gave me poison for food. They offer me sour wine for my thirst." Jesus must bear the unbearable pain for our salvation. It is finished. This statement conveys a message of success, a message of his kingship, and a message of salvation. Jesus announced his victory through his love and grace, thus opening the path to live happily under his reign, because he is simply the way, the truth, and the life. "Father, into your hands I commend my spirit." In this statement, Jesus was obviously putting the responsibility to the Father. The future is now in the hands of the Father. It also implies that the Father never fails to show his love through his strength and faithfulness. As a whole, Jesus is beyond those superheroes we have seen in films or movies. Words can't express much in describing his love for us. We may sin a million times, but he is restless in giving us for forgiveness. Because one thing is for sure, we thirst for him, Jesus. And Jesus will always show his unconditional love, even if it means dying on the cross.